But the big confusion that people have is they think gallstones are created by too much dietary fat. That is not true. You get more gallstones when you're on a low-fat diet. Why is that? Because fat is one of the things that triggers the production of bile coming from the liver and also the contraction of that bile into the small intestine. So without that fat, you don't have that trigger, and so now everything kind of backs up. Well, right here, sugar or hidden sugars is starch, and you're also going to inhibit the production of bile, like I just mentioned right here, going right into the sludge, into a stone. This is why pre-diabetics and even diabetics have a much higher risk of getting gallstones than people that are not diabetics. And one of the remedies that I recommend if someone has sludge and they have right shoulder pain is to actually take as a supplement some bile salts. One form that's really effective is called TUDCA, and get rid of a lot of the fullness underneath the right rib cage and the discomfort that people have in this side right here. And then also with the foods, I would recommend just taking some bile salts right after you eat, not before, because bile salts are alkaline. So if you're taking it before, it could potentially neutralize the stomach acid, because one of the things that also triggers this bile salt to be created and released is acid in your stomach. So those people that don't have enough acid in the stomach can also be at risk for gallstones as well. Part of the solution can be to just take the bile to start to undo the sludge or this gallstone that you have and make it easier for things to flow, not as the ultimate solution, but as a coping mechanism as you fix the diet, as in lowering your sugar and starches and going on a low-carb diet. And some people will ask, is it possible to take enough purified bile salts to dissolve a stone? And that really depends on how big that stone is. But even in the medical community, bile salts are used as a treatment for gallstones. Now, remember when I talked about your bile salts actually come from the raw material called cholesterol? Well, you need vitamin C to make that conversion. So if you are low in vitamin C, that could be potentially another reason why you might be more prone to getting gallstones. Also, choline, which is part of the B vitamin family, helps dissolve gallstones. And if you're deficient in choline, that can also contribute